Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Emirates D10 2023 powered by FanCode. Live from the 7th District Malek Cricket Stadium in Ajman. It's the last game of the night. Match number 4, Abu Dhabi taking on Emirates Reds. Let's not waste time. Let's go down for the toss.
Toss time, game number 4, Abu Dhabi taking on Emirates Reds. Men who matter the most, Ali Abid, the captain of Abu Dhabi. Next to him is Clint Birkinshaw, the captain of Emirates Reds. Most importantly, match referee Mr. Iftikhar Ali to oversee the proceedings of this game. Ali Abid will flip the coin and Clint will call.
What is the call? This is tail.
Lucky with the toss. क्या सोचा आपने?
हम पहले बॉलिंग करेंगे.
कोई खास वजह?
हम हमेशा से थोड़ा चेज में कंफर्टेबल रहते हैं, तो हमारी बैटिंग स्ट्रेंथ भी ज़्यादा है और बॉलिंग तो वेल बैलेंस है, लेकिन हमारा यही कोशिश होती है कि चेज करें तो इंशाल्लाह जीतेंगे.
और कोई नए चेहरे देखने को मिलेंगे इस टूर्नामेंट में आपकी तरफ से?
जी, हमारे पास एक दो नए सरप्राइज़ हैं दूसरी टीम्स के लिए, तो इंशाल्लाह सरप्राइज़ करेंगे.
और कितना टोटल आप यहाँ पे चेस करना पसंद करेंगे?
कोशिश करेंगे 70-80 के अंदर पकड़ें, तो पहली गेम है तो इंशाल्लाह ईजीली जीतने की कोशिश करेंगे. जीतेंगे तो फिर आगे मोमेंटम बन जाएगा.
ऑल द बेस्ट एंड डू वेल.
थैंक यू.
Happy to bat first?
Like I said after the first game, we'll probably have to give it a go to see, give everyone an opportunity and see where our strengths lie. As we're a new bunch, I think it will be good for us to have a bat now.
And had a really tough game, the first game against Ajman. So what are the plans going into this game?
Well, like I said to the boys, I think we were in the game. I just think little basics. If we all come back 5%, 2% better, it'll make a massive difference.
And have you made any changes? If so, then what are they?
Test me here. Ronik is in, Abinaf is out, Rashid's in, and Usman, the keeper batsman, is out.
All the best and do well.
Yeah, thank you very much. Cheers.
So the news from the sideline is that Ali Abid, the captain of Abu Dhabi, has won the toss and he has opted to bowl first.
Thank you, Mudassir Ali. News from the centre then is it's Abu Dhabi who have won the toss and decided to field first. And those are the lineups then. Emirates Red playing the second game today. Abdullah Kayani, Akasha Tahir, Ashwin Tappa, Clint Birkinshaw, Danny Pawson, Mohammad Sulman, Neil Hegde, Kamar Hussain. No changes in that setup. Then the new players coming in, Rashid Aviv and Ronak Wasmani. Uday Suri making up the 11. And for Abu Dhabi, Ali Abid, the captain, Basid Hassan Ibrar Shah, Kamran Atta, wicket-keeper batter, Mohammad Mohsin, Mohammad Nadeem, Naik Mohammad Ramzan Haider, and Rohan Mustafa, the talisman from UAE, along with Uzair Basha. Very strong Abu Dhabi lineup. Champions of the Emirates D20 that was concluded just a few months ago. Joining me in the comm box to start our proceeding is Ali Yunus. Well, Ali, what does Emirates Red need to do here now after that first loss where they were very much on top for almost all of the game?
Absolutely, they have to play well throughout the 20 overs, field well especially. I think it was fielding that cost them the match. They were well set at one point and then they dropped few catches of Irtesh and then we know what happened, what he did.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's Kamar again. Big in swinger. And Mohammad Mohsin, he's a find for Abu Dhabi. Was the man of the match of the final in the Emirates T20. Took 5 wickets in the grand final.
Yeah, I can tell why. I can tell why. Because of that swing that he gets. That big in swing, but the line has to be right. Way outside the off stump. Maybe from 5th stump he's trying to do it. Try to do it from the 3rd or 4th stump. That will help.
Absolutely. You're absolutely spot on there, Ali. There he goes again. This time much better. Kamar Hussain, yes, no, maybe. And in the end, no damage done. Kamar, he started off really well in that game against Ajman, against the left arm spinner. But here, he's just a bit off guard against the pace and swing of Mohammad Mohsin.
Yeah, I wonder how tough it would be playing your second game, because once you play one game, the body is warm, it's easier play the game right behind, but they've had a break, coming back and then playing a game. Let's see what happens. He played well in that first game that the Reds played, but this is a different challenge, different opponents. As you said, a very formidable side of Abu Dhabi. So it will be a different challenge. Let's see how they proceed in this game.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, he's got the shades on. I'm not sure why that is the case.
That is for the camera, I believe.
Absolutely. Yes, thumbs up. You have recorded it on camera. Now please take them off because they look extremely awkward in the night.
I hope he's not fielding wearing them.
Well, considering the way they fielded Emirates Reds,
Yeah.
I'm sure Clint Birkinshaw will break them if he's fielding with those. It's Rashid, first ball, and he's making his debut in this Emirates D10, and he doesn't need a sighter. It's a poor delivery, and it goes for a boundary.
Risky but risky, as they say. Wrist involved, but just over the head of the fielder. That's a good start for him. Have a look at that wrist work. Just over the head of that fielder. Good start for him in a risky manner.
And left hand, right hand combination bothering Mohsin just a little bit. That would have been a perfect delivery to the right hander. But to the left hander on the pads, and Rashid did not need a second invitation. Gets off the mark with a boundary. Oh, big swing and a miss. He finds his line this time, Mohsin, outside off stump. And Rashid throwing the kitchen sink at it and completely missing.
Yeah, that's what D10 cricket can do to you. Make you look funny at times. Because the intent is clear. They got to go after it. But we've been saying it. We've been talking about it. There has to be a method. You just cannot go and start hitting without even looking at the line and the length. Well, let's see what happens next.
Very eventful first over so far. This time it's in the air. There will be a fielder under it. Oh! Well. What's happened there? They have completely lost that ball. I think in the floodlight maybe. And it's landed between the two, Muhammad Nadeem and Naik Muhammad. Oh, unbelievable. Rashid extremely lucky.
I think they just did not call. That's what I can see. Just bottom end. It was in the air for a while. Oh yes, confusion. Did not call. Naik was of this impression that maybe the other fielder is going to take it. But in the end, nobody did. 5 for none after one.
Well, it's the era of the headbands, and it's Ramazan who has the ball and that blue headband. What a start this to the last game.
Five for none. What can Ramazan do? They do need a good start, Abu Dhabi, because they've dropped a simple chance in the last ball of the previous over. You don't want to see that. We have seen Emirates Reds paid for that bad fielding. Would it be the same story for Abu Dhabi?
Well, we'll have to see. Can Rashid emulate Harshad Kaushik's innings? It's Qamar Hussain this time with a solid punch into the cover region. Just a single taken. Well, Ali, there is one thing on this particular ground, and I've played a lot of cricket here. A lot of these youngsters have played cricket here as well. There is a slight challenge to judge the ball when it goes in the air. It seems as if the ball sort of sticks in the air, just floats around and then drops very quickly. And probably that's why you see so many chances going down, especially in the outfield here. But still no excuse for that drop chance.
The idea is clear. The plan is clear, but it's a no ball. You cannot do that. It's a first game. You got to show your discipline. And somebody, Rashid, who's looking to go big, you're giving away easy peasy deliveries. That's not going to work.
Well, it's absolute criminal in the shorter format, especially because of the new free hit rule as well. Well, it's not new. It's quite an old one now. Still probably a rule as a bowler you hate. Let's have a look. How far down was that foot? Very close, and a good call by the umpire.
Yeah, the line belongs to the umpire, that's for sure. Giving himself room, heaved it. There is a fielder, but over the head of the fielder. Definitely going down to a boundary. So that no ball costing 5 runs now.
Yeah, not a clean connection from Rashid, but in the end he still gets a boundary. Ramzan testing him with that shorter ball and gets a top edge almost.
Yeah, the plan is clear. Just gave himself room, but not the prettiest of the shots. He'll take them. The top edge, even going for a boundary. The start Reds expect from Rashid to get early boundaries. That's probably is what he's looking for.
Yeah, coming in instead of Osama Parker to open the batting. Oh, big swing. And, well, I thought there was an edge maybe. That's why Kamran Atta, I thought he was celebrating that.
I'm not sure about his technique. The ball is leaving him and all he's doing is looking to play towards mid-wicket or long on area. Got to have a better technique if you want to play or want to score runs with the new ball. Maybe the ball is leaving him. Look to play over extra cover area or mid-off. That's where it's going to help. Playing across, we'll just see a top edge very soon.
Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. Because playing across the line with that ball going away from you, never a good idea. Much better that behind the line and punches it into the covers, gets to the other end. Rashid, again, this Emirates Red team is based on a lot of the players and their domestic performances in the cricket tournaments that happen all around the UAE, in Ajman, in ICC in Dubai as well. Danny Pawson and Clint Birkinshaw both play for the same team and they've been playing really good cricket. So this is a very exciting team, the Emirates Reds. A good opportunity for some of these sort of fringe players to show that they belong on the bigger circuit.
Well, ball extra bounce, appealing for it, excitement more than the logic, probably. That extra bounce. Well, Reds did play some good cricket for the first 5 overs of the first game, but then they lost that momentum and paid the price through the bad fielding.
Well, Kamar Hussain has a word or two to say to Kamran Atta. I think, yeah, he's missed all of that. And Kamar Hussain is asking Kamran, what are you doing? Well, Ali Yunus has his hands up in the air. Welcome to UAE. Ali, this is how they enjoy the cricket here. I'll tell you what, after a couple of days, Kamran Atta and Kamar Hussain will probably be playing together somewhere in Sharjah. Having a smile and a laugh about it. A good over so far. Other than that, no ball that went, oh, I've spoken too soon. It's punched through the covers and he gets another 4.
Too soon, definitely too soon. Through the covers, that's better. That's better way of handling the new ball. 2 overs gone, 16 for none.
Well, we were talking about Kamran Atta being a character in the field. And then comes the one and only Rohan Mustafa, ex-captain of UAE. One of the premier franchise players in the UAE as well. He's played for teams in Canada, in the US, in Nepal, in the ILT20, in the Abu Dhabi T10. He's a big name here in the UAE and he's made the move towards Abu Dhabi. Starts off with the delivery and there you can see the impact he can make. Rohan Mustafa gets a wicket first ball.
Yeah, it was the matter of time. The way Rashid was looking to hit, it was just a matter of time. An experienced bowler will get him out because the technique he has, it's not as per this cricket. I can surely say that. Have a look at that. It was tossed up. This is what he was trying to do from ball 1. Play towards onside. He has a fielder placed over that as if he knew that he's going to hit that. So first wicket gone for Emirates Reds.
New batsman in is Salman. Another prolific domestic run scorer. Mohammad Salman had a torrid day in the field, dropped Harshad not once but twice in the outfield. And first ball, almost a perfect Yorker from Rohan Mustafa.
Well, Salman will have to make it up to that drop chance because that chance cost them the game. Let's see what he can do with the bat. Oh, there's an appeal again. But it's a wide signal. It's such a huge opportunity for all these youngsters. Play alongside Rohan and learn from his experience. Although he's not young anymore. But all these tricks, look at that. All these tricks. Seam up delivery, swinging in. So this is what these other players can learn from him.
Absolutely. He is the encyclopedia of UAE cricket. He knows the grounds inside out, and don't be surprised with that delivery. That's actually a trademark Rohan Mustafa short delivery. He's picked up a lot of wickets with that. This time though concedes a boundary.
Yeah, I saw Ayan Afzal Khan ball lots of these deliveries, the shorter ones, pace deliveries. Maybe he's picked up from Rohan, but not getting it right this time. Way outside the off stump. All he did was threw hands at it and it went all the way for a boundary.
Yeah. Ayan Afzal Khan is actually one of those players that's played a lot of cricket with Rohan Mustafa under his captaincy as well in the domestic circuit, against him and with him. And as you rightly said, Ali, they learn a lot from each other. This is why the Emirates D10 and the Emirates D series in particular is a very important tournament, because the UAE under 19 side played the Emirates D50 just before the Asia Cup. That's why they gelled together as a unit and played so well.
Again, shorter one, but quicker in pace also. So no wonder now I see why Ayan Afzal Khan bowls so many of these deliveries. Learning from the best in the country. 3 overs gone, 23 for 1.
The batting card then, Danny, Pawson, Ashwin Waltappa, Clint Birkinshaw, Ronak Vaswani, all of them can bat. And then the bowlers, Akasha Tahir, Abdullah Kayani bowled really well. Just those drop chances. And especially if you give the same batter 3 or 4 chances, he's definitely going to make you pay. 91 of 40 deliveries. That's very aggressive batting.
Yeah, when you give so many chances to one batter who's got the quality, who's got the skill, he's going to punish you any day. But it's time to make it up for Salman because he was the culprit. He dropped a simple chance. And then we all know what happened. Ibrar into the attack. 3 overs, 23 for 1.
A new look bowling lineup for Abu Dhabi in the air. Oh, it's Ali Abid who's dropped it. And that must have stung. It is a bit nippy outside, Ali. It's a slightly cooler than they used to. And that must have hurt.
Yeah, awkward bounce. Not an ideal position to get that ball. And we know that these boys, they're not professional, hardcore professionals anymore. So yeah, this must have hurt. An awkward bounce, I would say. Just there. It just dipped on him.
Oh, Qamar Hussain this time goes inside out, over cover. It's, oh, well, you were talking about hardcore professionalism, and Mohammad Nadeem has made an absolute meal of that. Rohan Mustafa can afford a smile. If it was of his bowling, I'll tell you, there would have been no smile at all. And they've conceded a needless boundary.
Definitely not the first sloppiness that we have seen from Abu Dhabi in field. Earlier we saw a catch dropped right between the two fielders. Oh, this should have been definitely saved. Look at that, overran. Quicker on him. Qamar was ready for that shot, but that got big on him. That length, hard length Ibrar is using. That's good bowling. That's one way of stopping Qamar from hitting boundaries.
Yeah, he's a very tall lad, Qamar. As I was mentioning, he has a tendency of crouching when he plays that shot. I'd like to see him stand a bit more upright, take full advantage of that height. He's almost 6'2", maybe 6'3", but when he's batting at about 5'10", maybe, and I think that's where he loses some of his momentum. Again, hitting the hands of Ali Abid. He'll be looking for a place where he can hide right now. Ali Abid, I know he's the captain, but you don't want to be fielding where that ball continues to hit your hands.
Yeah, that's a hot spot at the moment because Qamar and Salman both are looking to hit straight. So maybe get your best fielder in at that spot. You need to have right fielders on your hot spots where you don't want a missed chance. We earlier saw a chance gone down, had Naik there, felt right between the two fielders, shot a one. Good delivery, good comeback by Ebrar. Already a good over.
Yeah, again, very good short ball. And Qamar Hussain, again, you can see there, he doesn't get up as early as you'd probably like. I compare him a little bit in terms of his build to somebody like a Kevin Peterson. But you'll see Kevin Peterson will always be standing so upright. Very difficult to bowl the short ball to him. Qamar just gets stuck in the middle.
Well, maybe he thinks that it's easier to get underneath the ball while he's right there in that position. That's the only reason I can think of, wherever he is comfortable as long as he can hit.
Yeah, true. Absolutely. Gets a single this time. A good over this from Ebrar. 7 runs coming off it. 4 overs done. 30 for 1 Emirates Reds. Now that's the bowling card. Good first over from Mohammad Mohsin. And Rohan Mustafa picking up a wicket. Ramzan conceded 11. That was because of that free hit that went for 4. But a good start this from Abu Dhabi. They've not let the Emirates Reds run away.
Yeah, only if they had fielded a little better. That's where the disappointment is. One boundary, one catch going down, then awkward bounce to the captain. So everything happening at the moment. Abu Dhabi winning the toss, selecting to bowl first. That has been the story of the day. Every captain has decided to do that. Previous first 2 games, captain lost the game where they won the toss and bowled first, but the second last game they chased down quite comfortably. So again, another change in bowling. Rahman looks like a left arm wrist spinner.
Oh yeah, and a very young one at that. Tossed up delivery. Hit straight down the ground. Good fielding effort there by Mohammad Mohsin. He's picked up the catch and he's saved the boundary as well. One of the live wires in the field, in the fast bowler.
And no wonder he's standing at the hot spot straight, because both batters, as I mentioned earlier, are looking to hit it straight.
And watch out for Qamar Hussain. Yeah, he's gonna again throw his bat at anything that is full and in the slot.
Brave by Rahman for his age. I think he seems very young, a baby face. Look, it definitely is very young, and with this art against some quality batting, its pressure definitely will be on, but he's done well so far.
Charges down the track, Salman this time. Has he connected well enough? You bet he has. He's very strong against spin, Mohammad Salman, and he gets a maximum against Abdur Rahman.
Yeah, that's what I was scared of. He's very young, Rahman, as he bowled right in the zone of Salman. Have a look at that. In his zone, just shimmy down the track, created that room for himself and played it to the cow corner for a huge 6. That's good batting, taking the advantage of the youngster.
And again, this time goes down towards mid-wicket. He will get a 4 because he beats Rohan Mustafa. Salman very strong against spin. He's an opener by trade, Salman. He's walked in at number 3. And he is showing why he belongs at this level with the bat at least.
Pressure definitely showing on youngster. It gets very difficult when you're not getting it right. He's bowling in his zone. Maybe look to ball googlies from leg stump. He might survive because at the moment it's tough again. Very, very hard hit, but lucky there was Rohan.
Just a reminder, there are 2 under 21 players in each team. And that's why there's a youngster like Abdur Rahman playing for Abu Dhabi. And it's good to see. This is one of the best in terms of the rules, because as you were saying, the youngsters get an opportunity to play with the experienced players. Halfway mark, last ball, and punched towards Rohan Mustafa. But a good over this for the Emirates Reds. 15 runs coming off it at the halfway stage. It's 45 for 1.
Brought to continue here. 1 over 7 runs has played up in the air by Qamar, and that's been dropped. Opportunity on the very first delivery. I think it's Basit there who's dropped a sitter, I would say.
Well, it's very difficult to win games if you drop catches like that. That was a simple catch, should have been taken at a very ideal height. Eyes off the ball, never a good idea. Stiff hands, and the ball pops out.
Yeah, I think that's a big opportunity missed. Qamar is a good batter. We saw him getting some runs in the first game they played as well. On that occasion, how costly would that prove to be? Time will tell. 46 for 1 after 5.1. Good bowling by Ibrar. I thought he was very decent in his first over. Got that good bumper outside off stump. Good delivery. Dot ball.
Decent score on the board for Emirates Reds. 46 on the board. They've just lost that 1 wicket. How many more can they get?
Well, I think they need to get to around 115, 120 runs to put pressure on a very strong batting lineup of Abu Dhabi. Slower delivery, picked well, and that's in the gap. That'll run away towards the boundary. Very good shot from Salman. He's playing a good knock here. 21 of just 10 deliveries, and that takes Emirates Reds to 50 runs in 5.3.
Like I said, a very solid start. Again, just clearing that front leg and smashing that towards extra cover. There was protection in Rohan Mustafa at covers, but no chance for him as well.
Good batting by the two. Has been played well down the ground. Mid-off is in the circle, but not timed all that well. They'll pick up a couple more runs. This is turning out to be a good over for the Reds. 7 runs coming off the first 4 deliveries. And they need to probably keep on going at 9-10 runs over, 9-10 runs and over from here on to get to those 110, 115 runs.
Yeah, 9, 10 and over, at least for the next couple of overs, and then try to accelerate with wickets in hand. Swing and a miss, and well kept by Kamran Atta. He'll have a big role to play with the bat later in the second innings. Very explosive, very aggressive. There you go. Some movement in the air as well for Ibrar. Misses the leg stump.
Yeah, very good delivery. And Salman trying to come down the track. I think that's a good move with mid-off in the circle. He'll want to clear that fielder. Get 4 more runs. Oh, another brilliant delivery. Trying to make room for himself. Ibrar following him.
Was there an edge? Because Ibrar seems to be celebrating and then realizing that he's dropped that. We'll find that out in the next over. Meanwhile, 6 overs done. Good over this one. 53 for 1.
Rohan Mustafa to bowl his second over. That's gone up in the air. Is it a chance? I think it's himself, and he's dropped that. Another catch dropped. The catching has been poor. Was a full toss. And Salman not getting it from the middle of the bat. Look at that. Low full toss. Trying to go across the line. Gets a top edge. That's up in the air. And that's gone all the way for a maximum. Was in the slot. And a good hit from Qamar.
Well, how many times have we seen that a catch drop and then a six? Rohan Mustafa, of his own bowling, was not able to get his hands onto it, and now Qamar has punished him straight down the ground. Quicker short delivery from Rohan Mustafa, and Qamar is looking towards the umpire. Wide ball signalled by Asif Iqbal. Surprised everyone. Yeah, way over the helmet of Qamar. And Kamranata had to jump to stop that.
Well, was that one for the over as well?
Should be.
Right, then leaking some runs here. Rohan in his second over.
Nicely bowled. Full and outside off. He's trying to bowl that length. Bowled full tosses earlier on, but this time he's got it right. Another full toss hit in the air. Another catch drop, and guess what? It's gone all the way for 4. Rohan Mustafa is not happy, and rightly so. What should have been a wicket is now 4 runs.
Yeah, another catch dropped. That's not very good from Team Abu Dhabi. They've dropped quite a few catches tonight. That was another full toss from Rohan Mustafa, but that was an opportunity as well. Abrar just not getting to the ball, not judging it, I think, and has run away for yet another boundary. 12 runs coming off the over so far. Oh, that's way wide. Once again, very quick from Rohan Mustafa, trying to bowl that Yorker. Doesn't get it right. In the block hole once again, straight to extra cover. Ali Abid misfields. They'll go for the second run. This is not good. This is very poor. They're asking the question. I think there is a chance here. Kamranata looks very, very confident. This will be a very close call. Qamar trying to drag his bat inside, going for that second run. Well, they do say that never run off a misfield, but this might just go in the favour of the batter. Let's have a look once again. Quicker delivery in the block hole. Ali Abid misfielding. And then could pick up, and the throw was a good one. Oh, I think this looks close. This looks close. Has he made it? One more frame. Oh, I think the bails are off. Are they?
They're not quite visible, the bails, from this angle. We'll have to wait for the umpire's call, but that was very lazy from Qamar. He didn't drag his bat, didn't bend his back. And would that cost him his wicket? It's very close.
Too many doubts in that. I think that's why. I think that's been benefit has been given to the batter. It was very close, I thought, but too many doubts on that one.
Yes, not enough clear evidence in that frame. Nicely bowled. That's what Rohan Mustafa can do. He's such a good bowler when it comes to bowling those Yorkers, and he's executed that one to perfection. After 7 overs, it's 68 for 1. Goes big towards the onside Salman. And finally a catch has been taken. Wicket number 2. Ramzan strikes on the very first ball. And Salman now will have to walk back.
Yeah, another wicket here. Trying to go big. Doesn't get the connection he was looking for. And a good catch that was dropping in front of him. Just fingertip stuff there. Salman gone after scoring a good knock of 25 runs in 15 deliveries. Second wicket down for the Emirates Reds. 68 for the loss of 2.
New man in is Ashwant Walthappa. Nicely played towards point. Gets a single. Brings Kamar on strike. Just 2 wickets down so far, Emirates Red. So they have wickets in hand. But what can they do with those wickets is the question. They've still got some batting left. Clint Birkinshaw, we know he can hit the ball. They need boundaries and sixes. At least get to 110, if not more. That means another 40 runs needed. Thickish edge, but there is protection in the deep. Will only be a single.
Yeah, Ramzan has bowled really well, I think. He's given away just 13 runs in his 9 deliveries. Picked up a wicket as well. Looks like a very decent bowler. Doesn't look too old. Very young. And he's bowling with some good pace as well.
Seeing him bowl for the first time in the D series. I think he's playing his first game as well, as far as I know. And he's impressed us with his bowling so far. That's one down the leg side. We'll have to bowl that again. As soon as we say something nice about a bowler, he sprays down leg side.
Yeah, it's probably that left and right hand combination that's disturbed Ramzan on that occasion. I'll have to re-bowl that. 71 for 2 and 7.3. They need at least 30 runs. Need to get over 100 because this is a very strong batting lineup of Team Abu Dhabi. Kamran Atta, Nick Mohammed, Rohan Mustafa, Ali Abid, to name a few. Oh, has bowled him. What a delivery. That's a superb delivery to get rid of Ashwant Walthappa.
What a great ball. Absolutely wonderful. Ashwant Walthappa had no answers to that. It was at a good length. And Ashwant, big gap between bat and pad. Another failure for him today. Playing his second game and hasn't been able to score runs. We'll have to take the long walk back as Ramzan has hit the timber and has celebrated that. Does really enjoy it, and why not? Any bowler's delight to get his batter out bowled. Ashwant Walthappa out for 1. It's 71 for 3. New man in is Danny Pawson. Oh, inside edge again. A very similar delivery to the one that he bowled to Ashwant. This time Danny manages to get some bat onto it, and in the process also gets off the mark with a single. But another brilliant over from Ramzan, and that is why I'm sure Rashid will agree it has been a beautiful bowling performance from Ramzan. That's the wicket again, shaping in to Ashwant. Very impressive.
Oh, certainly. He's been at the top of the bowlers in this Emirates D10 on the very first day. He's bowled some decent deliveries and has made sure that it doesn't give away too many runs. Look at that. In the block hole. That was the last delivery of his spell, but this has been a superb spell by the youngster. He's given away just 16 runs in his 2 overs and picked up 2 very impressive wickets. 8 overs done, 73 for the loss of 3.
That's the batting card for Emirates Reds. 32 for Qamar, he's still out there. 25 from Salman, and the new man in is Danny Pawson. Still Clint to come after this.
Well, it's going to be the floating power play now. Has to be taken mandatory now because they haven't taken it in the previous overs. So it becomes mandatory in the 9th over. Only 2 fielders outside the 30 yard. That's the field setup so far. It's going to be Mohammad Mohsin, another very talented bowler. First delivery, that's been played up in the air. That's a good connection, I feel. A couple of bounces and into the boundary rope she goes. That's a very good shot from Qamar to get a boundary on the very first delivery of the over.
Yeah, just a bit full from Mohsin. And Qamar was quick to latch on to that length, realizing that the mid-on fielder is inside the 30-yard circle. That gave him the license to go straight downtown, and he does that. 1 bounce and onto the ropes. So good start to this over from Qamar. He moves on to 36. Remember, he played that first game for Reds and scored some runs in that innings as well. Oh, what a catch from Mohsin. And that dance move says it all. One-handed blinder, and he's just plucked that out of thin air to dismiss Qamar, who was looking dangerous.
Well, it just reminded me of that delivery from Mohammad Asif, Gautam Gambhir hitting it straight back to him, and that was a very similar kind of catch. But what an effort. It needed a special effort to get Qamar out, and he's done that wonderfully well. That was a brilliant catch. Like you mentioned, just plucked it out of thin air. Look at that. Not a bad delivery to start with. Good shape into the right-hander, and look at that. Excellent. Eyes on the ball till the very last second, and then the last move comes in. Qamar Hussain has played a good knock, 36 of 25, a maximum and 4 boundaries in that. 4th wicket down, 77 on the board. The captain comes out to the middle, Clint Birkinshaw. 4 wickets down, 77 on the board. They've got 10 deliveries to go. Now those 100 runs look a fair distance.
Yes, very difficult to get to that triple figure mark. Wild swing and a miss. And they scamper through for a bye. That will bring Danny Pawson on strike. Bye signalled by the umpire.
Good bowling from Mohsin. Making sure that he doesn't let those boundaries come in. The first ball of the over was hit for a boundary, and then he's made a superb comeback, picking up that wicket of Qamar Hussain in the process. And now just trying to make sure it doesn't give away runs. That'll be important. 78 for 4 in 8.3. It's not a good effort with the bat from the Emirates Reds. They'll need a few more runs. Get as close to that triple run figure. Danny Pawson on strike. That's been hit towards mid-wicket. They've got protection there. Will only be a single. This is excellent from Team Abu Dhabi. Although they've dropped a few catches, they've made sure they don't leak away too many runs. Some good bowling from Ramzan and now Mohsin as well. He's into his second over. 10 deliveries in. He's given away just 10 runs, picked up a very big wicket.
A good bowling from Mohsin. Another swing and a miss. Not allowing any room for Birkinshaw. Another dot ball. This is excellent bowling from Abu Dhabi and from Mohsin in particular. Bowling the penultimate over. And remember, this is the power play over, where you are just allowed 2 fielders outside the 30-yard circle. And even in that difficult and challenging situation, Mohsin has delivered for his side here tonight.
Oh, no doubts, he's been superb. A bowler to watch out for in the tournament. Last delivery, another slower delivery. That's up in the air. Chance. No, the long one was in place. Will only be a single. That's been a brilliant spell from Mohsin. He's given away 11 runs in his 2 overs and picked up an important wicket. 9 overs done, 80 for the loss of 4.
Interesting bowling option. Nadeem has been asked to bowl the last over of the game and he hasn't bowled in the innings so far. Bowls this one quicker and flatter on the pads. He is a genuine left arm bowler, left arm spinner.
Well, even more interesting is how he's holding the ball. If you see, he's holding it like a medium pacer, not like a spinner. Look at that. So he's not bowling left arm spin, he's bowling left arm medium pace with that same run up.
Very interesting. And he's getting some movement in the air as well, Rashid. So watch out. That was a ball to be hit. Danny has not able to get connection onto that. Should have played that over mid-wicket.
Oh, he's bowled him. Can you believe that? Nadeem coming in to bowl the last over. Normally bowls left arm spinners, but on that occasion bowling medium pace and gets his first wicket as a medium pacer.
Yeah, well done. Danny trying to hit that ball too hard. Has completely missed it, played all over it. And the ball crashes into the stumps. So another wicket falls and the runs have just dried up for Emirates Reds. Nothing short really from Danny as he walks back after scoring 2 of 4. It's 82 for 5.
Abdullah Kiani comes in. 3 more deliveries to go. Oh, another good delivery. He's not giving anything for the batters to work with. But I think that's not the right line. The batters are missing out.
Yeah, on the pads, normally this is the line that a batter would want the bowler to bowl. Goes big in the air and falls short towards the long on. Ramzan will clean that up. What an over this is. Just 2 runs conceded, 3 with that bye. Excellent bowling from Nadeem. Last ball of the innings.
Right, 83 on the board, 5 wickets down. Nadeem has bowled a very good last over. Just 2 runs and a wicket in that. Can he finish it with another wicket, or is it going to be the Reds with the boundary? Oh, good delivery. It's nothing. It's a dot ball.
Emirates Reds have faltered in the last couple of overs. Have not been able to get the runs that they needed. And in the process, Abu Dhabi have the momentum going into the second innings. They will feel very happy and pleased with the way their bowlers have bowled here. And they have managed to restrict Reds to a below par total yet again at 83 in the allotted 10 overs. So an easy run chase in offer for the men in yellow. We'll find out how they bat in the second innings. But right now, it is the bowlers who need to get a special mention the way they've bowled and have managed to restrict Emirates Reds to 83. 36 coming from Qamar, 25 from Salman. Those were the 2 notable performances in the Emirates Reds batting lineup. All the others were not able to fire and score runs, and in the end they have fallen short of that par total and have managed to get to 83. Like I said, the bowling has been to the mark from Abu Dhabi. Bowlers getting wickets. 6 bowlers used. 1 wicket for Mohsin, a wicket for Rohan Mustafa as well. Ramzan bowled really well for them as well. And 2 wickets for him. He was the pick of the bowlers. 2 overs, 16 runs and a wicket for Ramzan Haider. 8 extras and the score is 83. So the first innings was all about the bowlers of Abu Dhabi. Some runs earlier on for the men in red. Emirates Red getting some boundaries in the power play overs. But it was a good comeback from the bowlers of Abu Dhabi. Rohan Mustafa, the senior member in the side, getting a wicket to his name. Ramzan also bowling well, and so did Mohsin, who got a couple of wickets to his name as well. That was a poor effort in the field. And some runs in the form of boundaries did come for the Emirates Reds batters, but more often than not, when they had to accelerate, they kept finding the fielders who were sometimes not to their 100%. A few dropped catches, but that has not hurt Abu Dhabi in the way that they would have expected. Ramzan bowling really well, and so did Mohsin, who complemented Ramzan in the pace bowling attack. That was a brilliant catch, absolutely wonderful take of the match and the catch of the day for me. And Nadeem in the last over just not allowing the batters to free their arms and restricting them to 83. 84 is what Abu Dhabi will need when they come out to bat in the next innings. That will be after a short break. Stay tuned.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's the last 10 overs of the night, and it's Abu Dhabi versus Emirates Reds. If you're just joining us, Abu Dhabi won the toss, decided to field first, and Emirates Reds putting up 84 runs in their allotted 10 overs. That's the batting card. Then Qamar, good knock up top, 36 of 25. Salman, 25 of 15. But then not a lot coming from that lower order. In fact, not even 100 strike rate for Ashwin, Danny or Clint. And they've wasted a few deliveries. That could have been the difference between that 83 or 100 runs, Ali.
Abu Dhabi fielded. They definitely will be happy with this score in the end. 83 for 5. Good bowling, good economy. Other than Rohan Mustafa, it's a little expensive. He gave away 22 runs, but he will take it in T10. 15 economy for Abdurrahman Nasir. 1 wicket for Mohammad Nadeem, 2 for Ramzan, and 1 for Mohammad Mohsin.
Yeah, the economy rate of 5.5 for Mohammad Mohsin. Picked up 2 catches in the outfield as well. And it's Rohan Mustafa who's come in to open the batting. This is good from Abu Dhabi. They're not going to take it easy. Again, long tournament. Net run rate is going to play a key role as well. Abdullah Kayani with the new ball. Starts off really well, Abdullah. He's been one of the finds of this D series. Played the last D10 for the Emirates Reds as well. That's a big appeal, and the umpire says not out.
Very close. Abdullah thinks it's out. Not a wise shot to play early on. Cross the spin. We'll have a look at it one more time.
I think that would have gone to the keeper. Salman, you can see, just going down towards the legs. Oh, poor effort in the field. Well, this seems to be the problem with the Emirates Reds. And they have conceded a needless boundary. Would have been 3 dot balls, but in the end it's 4.
Fielding has been the issue throughout the day. We have seen that. Oh, he's hurt himself. It's probably hamstring for Rohan. But fielding, it's such a key thing in the T10 format. You've got to support your bowler, and this was straightforward. Just made it difficult for himself.
Now Udish Suri at extra cover. The youngster, 14, 15 years of age, in the hot spot, as you were saying, Ali.
It's a good move, sending Rohan up the order, experience up the order. And against a left arm spinner, it's always handy, a left hand batter matched him. But he'll have to play a role. This should be sensible because they've got the chance. They've done first part of the match well. They need to finish well too.
Now he's got a lot of experience, Rohan, playing franchise T10 cricket. He's been part of the Abu Dhabi T10 from the first edition till now. Knows how to pace the innings, especially in the run chase. Kamran Atta, he's not going to die wondering. First ball, and gets the bottom edge of the bat. Dot ball.
The intent is pretty clear. Anything in the zone, they're going to go after, regardless if they're chasing 84. They're going to go and go hard at the bowling lineup. As you said, net run rate will come.
Charges down the track this time, and they take the single. Very good over this from Abdullah. Just the 6 runs off it. Would have been probably 1 or 2 other than that misfield, and Abu Dhabi 6 for no loss. Kasha Tahir marking out his run-up. Struck first ball against Ajman. He's got a different challenge here. It was Kamran Atta. He's very strong through the offside. And Akasha has that outswinger, natural outswinger.
It would be interesting to see which options he opt for. Will he go with the swing or we have seen batters go across the swing where they have lost their wickets. It would be interesting. The field setting, got a fielder at fine leg, up in the circle, square leg, mid wicket, and mid on in place. That shows the field is set for the in swinger, third inside point and extra cover.
No, very interesting field this, Ali. Never seen him bowl with the field like this. Oh, there, as Ali was saying, the first delivery he bowls is that in swinger, and almost another misfield, but no damage done.
Yeah, the field actually suggested that he will be on the leg side. The line will be there. It will be interesting how he bowls to Rohan because he's a left-hander. The field definitely changing for him. Third and fine leg in the circle. There's a fielder at deep square leg for him and a fielder at long on. Interesting field setting.
This one probably a little bit more natural for Akasha, bringing the ball into the left-hander. Rahan Mustafa, very good. Oh, better. This time, much better from the Emirates Reds fielder, but they do pinch a single.
Yeah, good energy shown. This is what we expect. This is what we hope that they will do. Make it difficult for the batting side through some good energy. So throwing them around. They got to keep on. The pressure should be there on the side.
Goes for the outswinger this time. Ball in the air. Will the fielder get to it? No, because it will go over the fielder and he gets a maximum here. Kamran Atta. That is the difference with Kamran Atta and the bat. Against Ajmal, he got the outside edge. Against Kamran Atta, he finds the middle of the bat and he gets a maximum.
Exactly what you were mentioning earlier. He fancies playing towards offside. Gave himself room. Too full by Akasha. Needs to vary the pace. The length also needs to check.
This time going for that slower delivery. Is that going to be a wide? Yes, called so by the umpire. Every new batter is a different challenge. You can't just stick to that one book and bowl again and again.
Yeah, that's the trouble these bowlers face, because once you're defending such a low total, you just try too many things too early. You just don't let yourself settle in with the line and length, and that's exactly what is happening with Akasha. Trying too many different things.
Yeah. That's six, throwing him off his line as well. Much better this, but again, Kamran Atta and Rohan Mustafa will run you rugged. They are so quick between the wickets, these two. They'll pinch single from the hands of a fielder.
Well, the standards that we have seen so far, I think that shouldn't be a problem for them.
The problem is Ali Yunus has seen a lot of very high standard cricket. And so, there, Naik Mohammed King Kong, our very own King Kong, showing us his muscles.
And you were talking about, I've witnessed some quality cricket. Yes, Asia cricket, Asia under 19 saw some quality cricket, but you tell me this is the premier tournament of UAE at this level. So I expect fielding levels, fielding standards to be high. Naik Mohammed I've played cricket with him. He's a monster of a cricketer. He hits them big too.
Yeah, he's a very solid batter. So is Mohammad Nadeem right behind him. And a high standard of humour as well in that Abu Dhabi lineup. Oh, Kamran Atta charges down the track to the fast bowler. A couple of bounces into the fence. Well, there are a couple of players here, Ali, and Kamran Atta is one of them that has elevated his game thanks to this edition of the Emirates D Series cricket, the D10, D20, and you can see why.
Yeah, in his zone, shimmy down the track. Intention pretty clear. It's all about clarity. He wanted to go big, he did, and chose the right area, that mid wicket. There was no swing whatsoever. It's 21 for none after 2.
Well, interesting this from Abu Dhabi, because they have taken the floating power play, which means only 2 fielders outside the circle.
They seem to be in a hurry. They want to go back to Abu Dhabi on time. Oh, that is picked up beautifully. Full toss, utilized over cover. It will be interesting to see, but he came down the track. That's why probably umpire not looking at that no ball for the waist height. But he will take it. Another boundary for Rohan.
Charging down the track, Abdullah trying to go for that Yorker, completely missing his line. And a boundary to start off the over. This time much better this from Abdullah.
They're in hurry. I tell you, they want to go back to Abu Dhabi. It's a 2-hour drive from here on, so maybe looking to finish this game early and go back home on time.
Well, you and me both, Ali. I'm almost halfway down to Abu Dhabi myself. I don't mind this one bit. Short and quick this time. Early through his shot. And Rohan Mustafa, as I was saying, you can sense the difference, can't you? He is pushing that first one hard, looking for that second one, looking for that error. And these are the kind of things you want to learn from those pros playing here at the Emirates D10.
Definitely putting the pressure on the fielder. That's the key. That's the first thing they tell you. Run the first one hard. That's exactly what he did. But rightly so. Good calling by his partner, denying the second one. Otherwise, it would have definitely been a run out.
Under pressure here, Emirates Reds, Kamran Atta. There you can see again, right from the hands of the fielder, not only taking one, they're going to push for 2. A bit of a collision between Abdullah and Kamran Atta.
Yeah, they're realizing the fielders are coming from the edge of the circle. So they will take time. They are not that quick that they know that. Look at that. It was hit with some power. Went straight to him. Good running. Straight away knew that there is one available. The fielder is coming from the edge of the circle.
Charge down the track and inside half. And Abdullah is bowled. Other than that first ball, which was a full toss, a very good over so far.
Trying too hard maybe. Rohan maybe look to time the ball. He's just looking to force the ball. And Abdullah is smart bowler. Usually left armers are very smart. He's bowling with that pace, giving nothing away. So look to time it rather than hitting with force.
Oh, inside out, in the air, but over the extra cover fielder. This is a strong zone for Kamran Atta. Whether it's a pacer or a spinner, he will target the offside and he gets a boundary to finish the over. 32, end of over number 3. 17 runs conceded by Abdullah in his 2-over spell. Well, Ali Yunus, take out a notebook and start writing down the names of all the left-arm spinners you've seen today. Here's another one. Rashid Habib coming in to bowl for the Emirates Reds.
Yeah, left armers, they're always handy in the shorter format. Well, in any format, they bowl with that tight line and length. That is why they're so handy. Look at that start. It's been played towards long off, only 1 run. Because of their tight line and length, they get so difficult even for a left-hander to get them away.
Oh, not happy, Rohan Mustafa, because he wanted 2. Again, trying to push that one hard. The first one, get an error from the fielder. Kamran Atta, I think he's fancying his chances against Rashid because he's slightly slower in the air. Kamran Atta very strong downtown, goes towards mid-wicket with a lot of power as well. And again, that offside, very strong in that region.
Yeah, that's good batting. Now realizing that the force is not working, you got to time it. So that is why Kamran, you see, just backing off, placing it in the gap and getting that single. If you're not getting the boundaries, the best you can do is keep rotating the strike, no matter what the format is.
No, again goes inside out, over extra, one bounce into the fence for 4. And as Ali was saying, this is a rollicking start from Abu Dhabi. They want to get this game done and dusted as quickly as possible.
Yep, now he's realized too. He's just timed this one and placed it beautifully. Waited enough, look at that. And all hands placed it beautifully. There was a fielder, but he can never think of getting there because it was beautifully timed.
Now they're going at 11 and over, and they've hit only 1-6. And that shows that boundaries are good enough as well in the T10 format. Don't have to hit a 6 or 2 every over. 3 boundaries can do nicely for you as well.
Yep. And Rohan is showing how it should be done. That's experience for you. That's quality for you. That's skill for you. He may not be young anymore as he were in his playing days, but still he's showing the quality. That is hit hard. Straight to the fielder. A rare dot delivery.
Well, don't bring up his age, Ali. He is very touchy about it. Let's all agree that he's in his 20s, and that's the end of the conversation.
20 is the new 40s, as they say.
Down the leg side, this time from Rashid. And he pays the price. Kamran Atta playing that almost paddle shot down towards fine leg. And what would have been a good over becomes an expensive one.
Down the leg side, easy pickings. No fielder there, just had to put the bat on the ball and rest. The result will come.
Well, that's the batting card. Rohan and Kamran opening the batting. Naik slotted in at number 3. Ali Abid at number 4. Nadeem, Uzair Basha, all of them very, very capable with a bat. This is a very strong Abu Dhabi lineup, Ali. And I have a feeling that these are going to be one of the title contenders. They have won the D20 edition just a few months back. They didn't have a good D50 series, but I think in the D10, the shorter formats, they just find it a little bit more comfortable, this team.
They look like this team will challenge Sharjah team, because in the first game we saw Sharjah dominate. So probably if any team can challenge Abu Dhabi, but they still got to work on their fielding a little. They were disappointing in the ground fielding. Few catches gone down also. So if they can cover that aspect, having Rohan in the team, I think they definitely will challenge Sharjah.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be Sharjah, Fujairah and Abu Dhabi. I know it's early doors, but these 3 teams look like the teams to beat. Neil Hegde has done them a massive favour. First ball, 5 extra runs conceded.
It brings up a smile on your face too, because you want to go home early too. It's pretty far from here. Neil is helping you do that.
Absolutely. He's not helping Emirates Reds cause Neil Hegde. Again, a very talented bowler. And that left-hand, right-hand combination can run havoc with the best of us. He is still a youngster. 5 runs, 5 needless runs conceded, and still 1 legal delivery to bowl.
Nice wrist work. Nice wrist work. You can clearly show the difference in quality and running between the wickets too. That's exactly what you pointed out earlier. As long as they stay, Rohan and Kamran, they will put the pressure on the fielding side. And talking about Neil, I mean, when you're bowling to somebody like Rohan, I think you want to impress. That adds on the pressure. You want to do well against him. You want to get his wicket. Definitely as a prize wicket if you can get Rohan out.
Yeah, absolutely. But don't forget the basics. 50 partnership for the opening wicket. Oh, it's an outside edge. A bit unlucky there, Neil. But I would consider Rohan Mustafa has done that deliberately to get a 4.
Yeah, having third inside the circle, the margin of error is very minimum outside the off stump. He gave himself room. He knew the fielder inside the circle. Even an edge will go to the boundary. So that is experience that we've all been talking about from Rohan. It is showing, and it is such a huge learning for any youngster who's watching this game, that if you have to pace your inning, how do you play with the bowler exactly like this?
Well, he's not hit a single maximum, but he's still batting at a strike rate of almost 200. That is the difference that Ali is talking about. There has to be some method to your madness in the T10 format. An absolute madness from Neil Hegde as well. Another wide, and Salman has done well to save 4 runs for his team.
That's definitely pressure because Rohan is moving around, is using his crease. He's not letting him settle. Look at the movement. He moved around again. The intent was clear. Just he wanted to create that room for him. And Neil, realizing it, pushed it towards that leg side and a bit too leg side-ish.
Well, I'd like him to come over the wicket maybe, because that angle is not working for him around the wicket. Again a slash, again down towards third man for a boundary. Well, it's either side of the wicket, and that's the problem right there. Either it's down the leg side or way outside off stump, and Rohan Mustafa is capitalizing.
Absolutely, he's toying around with him. He's just moving around in the crease, making him ball those deliveries where he wants, where exactly he wants. He knows this is more deliberate, more in control than the last one. Knowing third inside the circle will give him this boundary. Even the edge will give him a boundary.
Yeah, absolutely. 100% there. That was very deliberate indeed from Rohan Mustafa. 16 runs conceded, 3 legal deliveries still to go. This could be a massive over. Again, he's guided it. This time, they have a fielder deep. And a fumble, they will take 2. You do not make a mistake with Rohan Mustafa running between the wickets, Rashid Habib.
Yeah, they're getting 2 easy runs. Very, very easy runs. And with the experience and quality Rohan has, he seems to be in a hurry. Abu Dhabi is 2 hours drive and he wants to go there home early.
Yeah, absolutely. I think he wants to be home before 1 o'clock. And I think he will, the way they're batting. Look at this. Game awareness.
Yeah.
Unbelievable game awareness. Just taps his bat and races off for the second. 18 runs off this over. Very expensive over from Neil so far. Again down the leg side, and this time he gets bat on it, sends it towards the fine leg boundary. 22 runs have been conceded. 1 more delivery to go, and Rohan Mustafa is racing away.
It's just not working for Neil. Bowling wavered. 1 outside the off stump, 1 towards leg side. Again offside, then again leg side. You got to be consistent with 1 line or length. I know it is T10 cricket. I know the pressure is there. But still, music on for Abu Dhabi.
Nick Mohammed, I'll tell you what, just add him into the team just for the entertainment. Even if he's not batting or fielding, he's a character and a half. This time guides it over third man, over point, beg your pardon. Well, 26 runs have come off the over. And it's been an absolute masterclass from Rohan Mustafa in terms of batting.
Quality batting. Look at that. Gave himself room. Just timed it. More he bats, more will be entertained.
Well, at the halfway stage, Abu Dhabi are absolutely cruising here. 69 for no loss and a 5. Well, the captain of Emirates Reds coming in to bowl. And 69 on the board for Abu Dhabi now. Only 15 runs needed to win the first game. Emirates Reds on the brink of 2 losses on the day. Mudassir Ali joins me to take us to the end. What a run chase this has been from Abu Dhabi.
Excellent batting stuff by these 2 batters. Cruising towards that margin of 84, and I'm so happy for you, Abdul Rahman. You'll be leaving early. You have a flight to catch.
It seems everybody knows I want to get home early. We were talking about it with Ali, and now Mudassir has brought it up as well. Yes, I do have to catch a flight in about 3 hours. I'm very happy. Rohan Mustafa and Kamran Atta are going all guns blazing here.
Bowling well in the first innings. Now these 2 batters doing the damage. A tough day for Clint Birkinshaw and for Emirates Reds.
Well, they started the day really well. 3 for 2, Ajman in the second over. And that one drop catch, how crucial was that? Ball is in the air, goes over the fielders for a maximum. He didn't time it that well. Kamran Atta has got a big smile on his face because that is an exceptional hit.
They have got the touch now, these two batters. Batting beautifully out there in the middle, Rohan Mustafa joining Abu Dhabi couple of tournaments ago. And now these two are looking dangerous. 79 in just 5.3 overs.
Well, Kamran Atta and Rohan Mustafa, a bit of a battle going on between them. Who finishes up in terms of the number of runs scored? 33 of 14 for Kamran, 39 of 19 for Rohan. One hit away now, Abu Dhabi.
Fielding has let down Emirates Reds. The first game, Ajman were 3 for the loss of 2. Then they dropped Harshit Kaushik 5 times.
Well, that's the commentary crew. Ali Yunus on the left, Shoaib Ahmed right next to him, and Mohammad Rashid between the two friends of ours, Fahad Al Hashmi, ex-UAE international as well. Ronak Waswani. Very interesting, he is not come into bowl. Ronak is an off spinner. Would have troubled Rohan Mustafa maybe.
Got a game. Was not in the playing 11 against Ajman. Fielding let them down today clearly. The batters, the bowlers doing a pretty good job against Ajman, but 5 catches of Harshit Kaushik going down, and he punished them, scoring 91 of just 40 balls.
Yeah, that was a golden opportunity for Emirates Reds to win the game, pick up some points. Oh, he's hit the boundary, and they've not needed over number 7, the Abu Dhabi team. What a statement victory this from the men in yellow. Rohan Mustafa finishes on 43 of 20. Kamran Atta 34 of 16. Abu Dhabi have chased down 84 with 4 overs to go and all 10 wickets in hand.
Both the batters made sure they remained unbeaten. Emphatic win for Abu Dhabi, winning the game by 10 wickets in hand. So tasting the defeat for the second time on day 1, Emirates Reds.
Yeah, the Abu Dhabi team very happy, and rightly so. They've played really good cricket today. Just a bit off colour in the field, but with the bat and even with the ball, they've shown why they are early favourites for this tournament already. Well, Fujairah and Sharjah, the other two teams that have picked up wins today. And as I was mentioning with Ali Mudassir, I think these 3 teams are probably going to be fighting it out in the semi-finals along with one more. Who will that be? Dubai, Emirates Reds, Emirates Blues. All 3 will have an opportunity. And Ajman as well, beg your pardon. Ajman winning a game as well. Well, that's the batting card, and only 2 batters were needed to chase that total down. Rohan Mustafa 43 of 20, Kamran Atta 34 of 16, 7 extras conceded as well from the Emirates Reds bowlers. And that's the bowling card. Then Abdullah Kayani, again economical in the circumstances, didn't pick up a wicket. Akasha Tahir 15, Neil Haig did 26 runs, and the captain Clint Birkinshaw giving away 15.
7 extras have been conceded, and it has been a one-way traffic in the second innings. Both the openers of Abu Dhabi doing a good job, and let's see the highlights of the second innings. chasing the target of 84. They started off brilliantly. Rohan Mustafa fumble by the fielder Suri, resulting in that 4 runs. Then Kamranata went out after the bowlers. Abdullah Khayani tried his best, but these two batters were in completely different zone.
Yeah, good looking boundaries against Abdullah Khayani, who didn't concede a maximum. Rashid, on the other hand, was a bit wayward, giving away needless runs. And then this over, 26 coming off at 5 wides to start the over. And Rohan Mustafa toying with the youngster, hitting a boundary either down towards third man or going down towards fine leg. Neil Hegde unable to find his line and length, and in the end conceding 26 runs in his over. Clint Birkinshaw taken to the cleaners as well. 15 runs conceded in his over. That was a very good maximum number 35 in the tournament already. We're just in day 1. A lot of exciting cricket played today, and a lot of exciting cricket yet to come. But Abu Dhabi, what a statement from that team.
And let's see the match summary of match number 4. Winning the toss, Ali Abid, the captain of Abu Dhabi, invited Emirates to post the total. They just got 83 in their allotted 10 overs for the loss of 5. Qamar Hussain and Muhammad Salman got some runs for Emirates Reds, and the bowlers for Abu Dhabi, Ramazan Haider, a new entry in this side, was pick of the bowlers, couple of wickets to him, going for just 16 runs. Nadeem and Mohsin bowled really well, very economical, and when the chase started, it was all about Kamranata and Rohan Mustafa taking the bowlers out of the park and going past that 83 in just 6 overs. Abu Dhabi winning the game by 10 wickets in hand.
Well, we'll be going for a short break, and when we come back, it'll be Shoaib Ahmed who will be with the man of the match for the post-match presentation.
welcome to the post-match presentation for match number 4 of the Emirates D10 2023. 4 matches were played today. The last game was played between Abu Dhabi and Emirates Red, who were playing their second game and had to face defeat in their second game as well. Well, it was Abu Dhabi who won the toss, decided to bowl first and restricted Emirates Reds to a below par total of 83 runs, which was made to look very easy in the second innings thanks to some brilliant batting from both the openers of Abu Dhabi, Rohan Mustafa, and with him Kamran Atta. In the end, they won the game by 10 wickets in hand, and it was a thumping victory for Abu Dhabi, who bagged those 2 points to their name and are off in this tournament with a win to their name as well. Joining me in the post-match presentation tonight, I've got the match referee, Mr. Iftikhar Ali. He's got the player of the match memento in his hand. Quite a few notable performances today. Qamar Hassan, he scored 36 of 25. Kamran Atta, of course, scored 34 of 16 deliveries. But the player of the match today is somebody who scored 43 runs of just 20 balls. And with the ball in his hand, he also got a wicket to his name. No surprises there. The player of the match is Rohan Mustafa, and he'll be handed over the player of the match memento by our match referee, Mr. Iftikhar Ali. Congratulations, Rohan. How do you rate your performance? Tell us, how did you feel batting at the top and then getting a wicket to your name as well?
First of all, thanks to Allah. Of course, it was great performance from the team. Winning with 10 wickets, the score is great. But honestly, I don't love to play T10. But somehow you have to play because you get opportunity, whatever cricket it is. But you know, I believe I have played a lot of T10 and whatever in domestic as well. I believe it's a luck game, and whenever it's your day, you do very well. And I think today was my day. I started well. Left arm spinner I didn't hit well, but honestly when I started middling the ball and it was going, that's it.
Like you said, it's a different challenge to be playing 10 over format. It's not easy because you don't get a chance to come back into the game. You don't have time to settle. So how do you mentally prepare for a format like this?
Once again, when you play T10, you know, sometimes we rush on the wicket, and I think if you have a lot of ball, you have 60 balls and you can score 100 and 120 runs. When you do such thing, like, you know, you take your time, you should play first 3-4 balls, you should understand the condition, then you can go ahead. But again, it's very short. Sometimes we think like it's, you know, we don't have much time. We try to score, and when you do few dots ball and then you get out, so you know it doesn't look good. But again, when you take time on the wicket, it start hitting. Then it's going.
This is your second outing with Abu Dhabi. First the other format, now this. How are you enjoying being a part of the men in yellow?
Honestly, that's why I'm playing for Abu Dhabi. I really enjoy my T20 with them. In 50 where I was in Pakistan, they called me to come up, but because of few personal reasons I didn't. But honestly, that's why I came here to play. I was really enjoying myself. I think I just want to, you know, give some advices to the youngsters. They come to me, they want to learn something. So that's why I'm playing for Abu Dhabi.
Well done tonight, and all the best for the future games.
Thank you very much.
Player of the match, Rohan Mustafa, for his all-round performance, 43 with the bat and also a wicket to his name. That's it from the post-match presentation here. Time for us to head back to our gentlemen in the combox.
It was a lengthy conversation between Rohan Mustafa and Shoaib Ahmed. The fourth game, Abu Dhabi winning the game convincingly thanks to Rohan Mustafa and Kamran Atta. And on day 2, the first game will be played between two giants, Sharjah taking on Fujairah, 3 p.m. local time UAE, and match number 6 will be against Emirates Blues and Emirates Reds. Ajman will be taking on Abu Dhabi, the game number 7, which will be a third game of day 2, and the final game, Emirates Blues, will be up against Dubai. So 4 games on day 2. The pictures will be coming live from 7 districts Malek Cricket Stadium, Ajman. So see you tomorrow. Till then, take care. Good night.